I decided to enter NPQH because as a trust, they're looking at sort of the long-term sort of longevity of the trust and sort of the future leadership. The head I'm currently working with has got aspirations to go on to executive leadership. So he's looking at making sure there's a progression within staff to ensure that the school stays in the strong position it is. So I was given the opportunity to do it to make sure there's sort of the career progression within the school. It was chosen by the trust. The trust did the research and they've offered it to me. So it was more of a trust decision and would I like to take part. So I think the highlight of the programme so far has been the pulling in of the research that obviously the course leaders have done. So, I value research, but just finding the time to read research when you've got enough on. So I've liked that they've obviously sourced the resources, sourced the research, and we've been given time to discuss that, with fellow professionals. So, doing your own research is great and it's valuable, but having other professionals pull that research in and then have the opportunity to discuss it, dissect it, and then the opportunity to think about how you'll implement it. I think that's one thing you don't get in a school is, me and the head teacher try to find time, but I think if we have half an hour together a week, that's precious, whereas I'm getting that here. Every time we meet, we get time to discuss and dissect. And then there's other people that can tell you how successful that's been, what they've done and how they've done it. So I think definitely having time to discuss it and dissect it and plan it is really valuable. I think the online elements of the NPQH have really improved. I think initially it was quite difficult to navigate, but we've always had quick responses and the online coaching's been successful. And now I'm getting the notifications through. I think that's made a real difference to organising because I think probably everyone in the room is really busy and nobody wants surprises. But if I know exactly when things need to be done and what needs to be done, it's manageable. So I think now it's made clear to me what needs to be done and when it needs to be done. And I get the notifications through. I feel much happier and I look forward to it rather than having that worry of have I done this, have I done that? Now I know exactly where I'm at. I'm not worrying. So that's a nice feeling. I found the face-to-face events really valuable. Yeah, again, having that time to just discuss things with other people in similar positions, but also having people from different, from special and from secondary, because I would never talk to, a secondary head or a head from a special school necessarily. So having different inputs being really valuable. But I think having the time and made to discuss it and dissect it and review it has been really, really useful. So that's good. The support from the coach has been good. I mean, again, that's not something I get normally. So having somebody take a sort of vested interest in what I'm doing and asking me what I'm doing and why I'm doing it has been really valuable because, we're all busy. So the coach has been very valuable in that respect to take stock of where I'm at and where I'm going and how I'm going to get there. So that's been really good. I think the advice I would give someone to start NPQH would be to, look at it as just a learning process. I think being ready for headship is probably more of like an internal thing. I think you're ready when you're ready. But I've learned so much from this that it's made me think about, if and when I do start headship, it's given me sort of more of a strategic way of thinking about it. Like I've thought before, I'm probably ready for headship, but this has made me think about some of the things I perhaps already knew I was going to do. This has made me think more about how I'm going to do it and made me think about the strategies I would use and how I would implement it more strategically and over time. I think at the minute I would think my advice would be, take it on board and think about how you're going to implement it rather than just thinking, you want to change everything tomorrow. This course has helped me think about prioritizing how you would do it and why you would do it rather than just thinking everything's got to be done straight away. I would recommend NPQH to a friend, if they were thinking of being a head teacher, not just any friend, but right.
Sorry, to a colleague.
Oh, right. Yeah, absolutely. I think, and again, it's for someone who's thinking about headship. I think the face-to-faces are perfect because there's people that are heads people who have chosen to do the course off their own back. There are people who are assistant heads, deputy heads. So nobody here is, not everybody here is guaranteed to be a head. And I think it's a great place for discussion to think, because there's people that are new to headship, people who are all existing heads, so the course is giving good opportunity for people to decide if it's the right time for them and when's the right time for them, and then sort of developing the skills to think when it is the right time for you, you've got the skills to do it. So yeah, I'd recommend the course. Again, because it gives you like a network of people that are in a similar position. So definitely. Yeah, so much of what we do on the face-to-faces is being implemented back into school. Luckily for me, I think my head teacher has taken a vested interest in what I'm doing. So we make a point of going back and talking about it. Some of what we're doing is what I've been through the last sort of couple of years with my head teacher. So it doesn't all need to be implemented, but what's been great is going back and discussing what we've done over the last 2 years, but in a context of sort of research and learning more strategic. Some of what we did over the last 2 years was just done because it needed to be done. This course is put into context of how we did it, why we did it, and what we did. But I think the course has made me think about my actions personally and the sort of impact that my behavior and what my attitude and what I do, the effect that has on everybody else. So I definitely think more about how I hold myself, how I present myself, what I say, what I do, knowing that everything I say and do has an impact, positive or negative. So it definitely makes me think about my practice, more than I did before.